Hi there, it's Sam from Pootles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today I have a bag in a box for you made from one piece of paper. How cute! That is so sweet. And inside is a Cadbury's cream egg. These are pretty hideous colours to work with. They really are hard to work with. And so I wanted to hide it away. I don't like the things, but you know, that's more information than you needed, but I wanted to hide it away, so I came up with this, and it uses the envelope punch board, and it uses a piece of paper that's 6x6, so you can get 4 from one sheet of paper. Love it. So 6x6 is 15.25 by 15.25 centimetres. So obviously you need your envelope punch board, and you slide it in and you line it up to the 1 3/8 of an inch mark across the top, which is 4.5 centimetres. And you punch and score, and then you slide it all the way along to 4 inches, which is 10.2 centimetres. And you punch and score, and then you just follow it around using your previously scored lines. You line them up against the score guide and just keep punching and scoring all the way round. And I'm throwing my own shadow over this because I can't see my score lines because I've got a spotlight just there. You can see it glaring here. It's so dull. British weather's hideous, isn't it? So you keep following it all the way round, punching and scoring as you go. Punching and scoring until you've done all 4 sides. And then just round the corners. Move your envelope punch board because you don't need that anymore. So just fold on all of your score lines. You can burnish them if you want to with a bone folder. I'm not going to, because I actually want the sort of resisting, I want it to try and open itself back up again. So if I burnished, it wouldn't create that sort of an effect. So I'm just folding all of these, and I love this retro fresh paper. It's so gorgeous, it really is. Okay, now we need this to fold over in a particular way. So if you look, you've got a smaller triangle there, and then you've got a wider one there. You need to cut either side of the wider one. So you just cut straight down and do that on both sides. And that will then mean that that can fold over in that fashion. If you did it the other way, you would have too much, it would be overlapping too far. So that's why you need to go either side of the wider one. And I really cannot see at all what I'm doing. Roll on summer, I say. Now with this one, I sponged around all of the edges. You can see all the way around there, all around the top. It did take a bit of time, but it did make the difference on this particular one. I'm not going to do it on this because I think the patterns are they will oppose enough that you will see that it's a box inside a bag. So I'm going to grab my snail and I'm going to grab some glue bits. I want the snail first, get it out of the drawer, because I want to turn these flaps over so that they go in the opposite direction. So these are the little skinny ones, the little smaller triangles. And just fold those over. And then flipping it back, these sections I want them to come over like that. So I want to put a glue dot, because as you know, that's my favourite way to close up boxes when I'm using the envelope punch board. When you put your glue dot in the loose, oh, it's not a corner, but it's this loose section here. So one in each of the 4 corners. Could you call them a corner? I don't know. I'm calling them a corner. And then when you fold it over, only that bit is sticking down. So that means that this is still quite free here. When I bring that one up, see, it's still free, but it is stuck. And then I will Do the same here. And I completely forgot to put the holes in for the handles. Oh well, doesn't matter. I even forgot to get the punch out. So, let's try that now. So I've got a bit of scrap cardstock. So it's the small oval punch. And I'm just going to position it roughly where I want to put the handle. And slide it in. And use that as a guide. And I'll do the same on the other side as well. Probably, well, it's you know, there's no difference between doing it before or after you've made the box, obviously, as you can see, because it does fit in nicely. There we go, handle's done. And so that, when it pinches together, you can hopefully see that the interior bag is separated from the exterior. So Cadbury's cream egg goes inside, perfect fit. Look at that. And you can hide it away, you can hide those hideous colours away. Right, let's do a little bit of stamping now. So I've got the teeny tiny sentiments, because it is kind of small. I wanted the small wording, so I've got Happy Easter down here, and then I've got Calypso Coral ink this time. I used Tangerine Tango for the first one, but this has got Calypso Coral in the back. And then onto Very Vanilla, because it's vanilla in the back of that. And I've got my word window punch, which I did remember to get out. And then, whoops, the 4-petal flower from the Itty Bitty Punch pack. Some Calypso Coral, I'll have 3 of those. And I shall raise those up slightly. So you just push your piercing tool, something rounded, into the back of them. And, oh, I forgot to get my sponge out. Oh, I forgot to get a Calypso Coral sponge out. That's just outrageous. I can't find it now. Maybe I did get it out. Oh, I can't see it in my... There it is. One sponge. Quickly sponge up the edges of these. All the way round. And actually what I did with the other one was that I punched them in the Very Vanilla, and then I sponged the edges of those, but I covered myself in ink. Pretty effect, but yeah, I covered myself in ink. That wasn't quite so pretty. So the 3 flowers on there. That's cute, isn't it? And, oh, why did I get crystals out? I didn't want crystals. I wanted pearls to go on these. So 3 little pearls in the middle. And my dimensionals, what I want is, I want the edge piece here. Onto the back there, and then can't peel the backing off. And just position that onto the top. Put the egg back in that has fallen out. And I've got Very Vanilla seam binding ribbon. I could probably have used the Coastal Cabana ruffle trim, but I'll just use this for now. And you just tie your handle, and then that's what stops it coming out. Stops the egg coming out, I should say. And I'm going to try upside down and backwards, try and tie a bow. Not the prettiest or the neatest. I'm rubbish at bows. That'll do. You get the idea. Could be here all night otherwise. And that is my bag in a box. How cute! Isn't that sweet? And it hides the fact that Easter eggs, well, Cadbury's eggs are, do you know what, they're just a horrible colour. Anyway, I hope you like it. And, you know, 6x6 piece of paper, 15 by 15 pieces of paper, you're going to get loads from one pack of GSP. Happy Easter. Bye.